よし。まあコントロールタイプって出てますね。スタンダードとエキスパートがありますね。まあスタンダードより普通にエキスパートの方がやりやすいんで、ていうか過去作のノーマルモードがエキスパート操作なんで、多分これでいいですね。とそうですね、原則加速、データマップ切り替えがこのタッチパッドで、ポーズがオプション、機関砲が×でミサイル丸で、ターゲット切り替え三角、並走切り替え四角。あ、そっか、あのボタンがないからか。あ、そっか、レーダー、ここら辺の細かい操作だけでいつもと同じっすね。どうしよう。音声英語だな。音声英語で字幕日本語。今回はそれが一番合ってると判断しよう。キャンペーンモードから。そうですね。とりあえず初回はノーマルでやっていきますか。
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air
これは
Defense the
も
day
う
my dad
YouTube で
died
上
in
がってる
battle.
部分のオープニング
No,
の
Abby.
動画ですね。
I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what?
おー、
Lying
高
smack
そうな
dab in
機
the
体
middle
が
of
い
the
っぱい
desert
並んでま
west
す
of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another year and a half after that
こ
to
の機
finally
体
get the
は
balance of the airframe
F104
just
戦闘
right.
機。
I'd gone from being
昔
a
日
little
本の
girl
自衛隊
to,
でも使用してい
well,
た機体。
still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone.
高速性能
Wherever
に
the souls
優
of
れ
my
ている
Gramps and his
機
pals
体
are
で、
flying,
機動性はそんな高くない
I hope it's peaceful.
特徴としては鉛筆のような尖った機種。
Then, finally, I was ready to
幅
break the
狭
sound
幅
barrier.
が狭い視力、
All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
高い位置についてモデリングも背景もリアルすぎずゲームっぽすぎずいい感じの塩梅だ。
So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been where best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a return clean.
ここまでしか出てなかったんですよね。ミッション01始まりの。
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yusia as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yusian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead.
How is that possible?
A tank farm to the north has been bombed.
エースコンバットっぽい。
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
はい、ミッション1です。おそらく今までのエスコンのミッション1から見て、ただ飛んでいる機体を落とすような、そんなミッションだと思いますが、一番最初のミッションに気合を入れていきたいと思います。オペレーションネーム、ジェアホル。作戦目標は敵爆撃機の撃墜。日付は2019年5月15日、16時14分。場所はフォートグレイス島。天候は晴れ。よし、行きますか。スタートミッション。ここはまあ簡単に F16C 戦闘機、スペシャルウェポン特殊兵装 というやつですね。通常のミサイルと機関砲の他に、今作ではもう一つ、特殊兵装という、弾数が少ない兵装が搭載できるようですが、この F16 はまず最初に解禁されているのは、対空ミサイル、4発撃てる対空ミサイルですね。これを使っていきましょう。よし、これで実に。
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. Sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, cleared for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in the
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
癖で
Not bad, Mage 2.
レーダーマップを確認するのに四角を押
Trigger,
して
switch
しま
your
うって
radar. See
いう
if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
癖がダメだ。
They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835. Eagle 2, bandit!
Watch out for the support aircraft.
On target 6.
Target hit.
Driver 3 engaging.
Locked.
Bandit is in my
軽
sights.
装を変えるの忘れてたっていうパターンだった。
He's mine. He's not getting away.
ミサイル受けたし。
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2.
やっぱ操作慣れるまでがちょっと難しい。
Mage 2, targets in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
やっぱハッド表示が一番いいかもし
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great when it's simple.
We've done enough damage to the harbor to carry your
れない。癖で要操作と
and return to base.
スロットル操作を間違えるっていうことをして
Enemy
しまう。
bomber down. Nice
あ
going,
と
Mage 2.
特殊兵装にめっちゃ
Not
切
too
りたいです
shabby,
ね。
Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
あ、空が綺麗
This
だ。
is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
戦争機と司令官。攻撃目標は敵爆撃。滑舌が悪い。多分一発でいけるな。てかいっぱい降りすぎ。これ敵ネットじゃなくて。とりあえずこっちの方からから出てくること。とりあえず爆撃機だけ。次はすごいの160のブラック、NATOコードネームブラックジャック。水上ミサイルは一発3発。ミスター爆撃この距離でミスる。ターゲットを入れる。
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
戦争機材特殊兵装。目標的なの。爆撃機の前傾撃墜を確認。
To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
ミッション
Good going, Mage 2. Flight commander looks like he's got what it takes.
まず慣れんといかん。
It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
っていうか、あれだね、滑走路から飛び立った瞬間にミッション始まるって、あれね、感動だね。ああ、空母が燃えてる、高いのに。ああ、海が綺麗じゃん。
Sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. Sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Union. Many wars are lost by failing to recover. That means you have our thanks.
次のミッション行こうか。
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Erusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Erusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Erusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Erusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Erusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Erusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too.
モスボールっていうのは一応
We headed off down south for several days, and then
すぐに整備して使えるように置いとくっていうのが
I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Jazz enemy.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Thank you. この機体は F2A 日本国自衛隊の、保有している戦闘機です。こちらはもともと設計の元となったのが F16 というアメリカの戦闘機なんですけども、こちらを、設計変更して三菱が作った戦闘機になります。高いです。対艦攻撃性能に優れています。次にこれが F14G、今はもう使用されてないんですが、2006年頃に退役したのかな、トムキャットという、とても有名な航空機になります。この戦闘機の特徴になるのが、なんといっても可変翼機でしょうね。主翼の、角度が動くんですよ、飛んでる途中に。こ これによって機動性とか高速性能がかなり良くなっています。その分、高いんですけどね。で、次にこちらミラージュ2000、こちらは、フランスの戦闘機ですね。特徴は大きなデルタ翼。で、こちらが、旧ソ連の、ミコヤン設計局、ミグ29。こちらも大ベストセラー機で、東側の国々でよく使われていた戦闘機になります。今持っているお金じゃねえわ、あれだわ。なんか経験値的なやつで、買えるのが、爆弾ぐらいなんで爆弾買っときますか。相変わらず F16C 戦闘機、誘導爆弾ですね。こちらを今回は使いますね。こちらの F16 戦闘機の、ある意味特徴なのは、このでかいキャノピーですね。全くフレームが入ってないキャノピーで、視認性はいいんですが、結構なんか空間把握がしにくいっていうか、飛んでると空に投げ出されたような感覚に陥る人もいるらしいですね。そんな感じです。尾翼には OAD、オーシアエアディフェンスフォース、オーシア国防空軍のと書いてあって、部隊章がトリガー隊なのかな。いや違うわ。さっき明治って言ってたから明治隊ではあるんだと思うけど、ちょっとよくわかんないですね。まあいっか。まあじゃあいっか。5月17日。
Target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
H2, target down.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! Where's our support?
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Vehicle down. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
H2,
Mission, move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer!
エスコン5とか0と用途エンジン操作が逆なのでめっちゃ戸惑うっていうことを起こしてますね。
The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. We pushed the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
The enemy has a lock on you. Continuing attack. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Right. Here's some feedback from those war merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Enemy missile inbound.
雲に入るとあれが自然の間に地上にいる間に輸送機は片付けとしたいな。発撃、初追。操作方法慣れない。お、これがいい。よし。
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
スロット操作逆にするので結構違う。
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Missile away.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
Stage 2, target destroyed.
Permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Trigger, there's one more to go.
こ ロールピッチ操作もなんか右手でやってた気がするんだけどな。過去の規制が足を引っ張る。
Page 2 locked. That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing. Box 2.
Target is hit.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Missile launched.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback from those war merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
Missile. Missile.
一発じゃ落ちん。2発じゃ落ちん。下手になってくる。
All transports have been destroyed, but what were they carrying?
All right, this base is worth destroying. 5 targets remaining.
Behind target and ready to attack.
Enemy on your rear.
Page 2, box 2.
まだ機関銃操作は無理だね。
Silver 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
4 targets remaining.
Disconnect.
Page 2, locked. Targets remaining.
Missile. Missile.
Golem 2, you can't go after every target.
Bandit acquired. Firing. Launch
機
preparations
械には無
complete.
駄機械をいっぱいしてる。
Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
Hold on.
あー、無人機来た。やば。
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Locked on.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Most
距離
spotted
感
cloud,
覚が
no
全く
doubt
つ
about
かめ
it,
な
we're
い。
dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
撃撃墜。
He's saying the war could change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Bandits clouds.
Target is in range of guns.
キレは巻き上がるこの無人機。
I've maneuvered behind the enemy. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya? Golem Squadron, surround
ち
him.
っちゃい無人機がちっちゃい。
I'm buying
当た
dinner
り
for
判定
anyone
も
who
ちっちゃ
takes
いか
down
も
an
しれない。
enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're
自
doing
分も
good.
当たりづらいかも。だとする
Just
と。
two more. I've maneuvered behind the enemy.
Don't ice up in there.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt.
Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here.
H2, missile launch.
The enemy does a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
てか無人機って一発で落ちるのか。
Missed.
H2, locked.
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy. Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
スティックのストーンスティックの入れ替えできんの？
Current target is on rails, but there's still no...
これができたら完璧な気がするんだよな。
You've given us air superiority by destroying their... The first barrier keep... Now is the time... The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack.
ケストレでここでも行った
Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Korbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely.
バルチャー、あ
However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty.
ーバルチャー
Today,
先
the
代も
International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its
先
bid to
代
the space
破
elevator.
壊されたような前の戦争で
The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the care hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
これでいいや。トムキャットを買ってやったね。トムキャットといえば対空ミサイル。F15J もう乗りたいけどな。SU3 号も欲しいな。すげえ。F2 戦闘機やっぱかっこいいな。もし右スティックと左スティックの操作を変更できるんだったら変えたいんだけどな。
Specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Mage Squadron. Eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Golem 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we can wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Fire now. Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Transfer, he's bailing out.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bandit in my sights. On guard. Attacking from directly behind the enemy. Gargoyle squadron, take them down. Column 3, Fox 2. Jackson, you're next.
Fox 2.
Warning, man on your six. I've lost control. Careful, there's a real demon in there.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
クリア出せんのマジで。
We're getting our ass kicked. They got me.
ああ、フレア出る。めっちゃフレア出るやん。かっこいい。
Missile evaded.
They have a lock on you, shake them!
Missile.
Column 4, Fox 2. Enemy on my tail. I can't take him. Yeah, I'm out of there.
One remaining.
Enemy is fled.
Mage 2, missile away.
鉄球薄い。
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution, missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
あっちの方向から。アーセナルバードだ。
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Missile.
Break, now!
Just waiting for mission.
量が半端ね
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
え。逃げよう。
These guys will go down easy.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, no change in game plan.
Missile.
Destroy the Arsenal bird.
アーセナルバードを落とせたさ。
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
これ後ろから近づいていってたか とりあえず一旦
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, there's Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
There's too many of them. I'm surrounded.
Those damn things have gotten smarter. How many do you think are left? Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
とりあえず高速で飛んで反復攻撃をなんとかするしかないかも
Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
敵の量が多すぎる。
Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ,
2階
what's
段があっ
happening?
たそうだね。
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there. Breaking. You may. Controls are out. I'm breaking it off.
Skeleton 2 lost.
なんだこれ。
Incoming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they knew this earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copied that. Returning home.
Targeting gun range.
無人機ひらひらすげえ上にさ。
They're after me.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe. Mage 2, UAV down.
On your tail.
Being locked onto. Target was not struck.
生息地付近が違う。
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leaving Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One advantage. 50-30.
Gargoyle 1. Caution! Missile! Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report.
敵が多すぎ
Just
る。
talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Which wingtips? I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run. Missile headed for friendly. Not on my watch.
敵の量が
Golem and Mage Squadron. Help us.
Get those UAVs off of friends.
Box 2.
Live Golem and Mage Squadron.
動きが人間じゃね
Get your asses out.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Targeting gun range.
The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are. Machines don't get tired.
Does Mage Squadron still have their hot shot? Then we just might take it out. Don't look back. Just have faith. Golem and Mage, we owe you a debt. And we'll pay it.
さりま
An ally's hit. Golem and Mage, move in to provide support.
Let's move. They're ours. Yowza. Don't think, focus.
Seconds could be life or death for them. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
This is getting a little tight.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-rate aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time. I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Golem 2, lost. Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie? Afraid he's long gone by now.
Warning, I think.
Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say.
About what?
Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA.
That was the right decision at the time.
No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. The deck is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to carrier. Lower your speed. Mage 2, bank right. 1,500 to carrier. Mage 2, lower your nose. You're too high.
お、これでいけんのかよ。
Perfect, Mage 2.
パー
I
フ
knew
ェクト
you'd
と
be
は。
back. Now return to base.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Just ちょっと一旦休憩かな。できんか。撃隊はフィートのとこじゃないとやっぱ全然か。 一旦休憩して昼飯食いますかね。まあ今回は以上ということで。